Hey guys! I hope everyone is having an awesome day so far. I wanted to hop on here and we are going to do a little eyeshadow today, and we're gonna do some kind of fun colors. And the whole point of showing you guys this is, whoops, so that you won't be afraid to try new things. So we're gonna have fun. I'm going to quickly share this to my Facebook group. Hey Nick! If anyone hops on here with me, please feel free to say hi. Why can't I find the thing that I want to do? There we go. We'll see if anyone else hops on here. Alright, I got that shared. So, how is everyone today? I'm not sure if anyone's here. I don't have anything exciting going on tonight, really. Besides this, of course. Now music's too loud. Oh, what is exciting is we get to watch The Bachelor tonight. That's exciting. Always. Alright. I'm not sure if anyone's gonna hop on here, so probably gonna go ahead and get started. I did have on makeup this morning at work. I changed it up a little bit, but I basically kind of did this on top of what I had at work already. The only thing that's completely different are my lips, and I went ahead and added fibers to the mascara that I was already wearing earlier today. One of the things that I really like about the reformulated mascara is that you can build on top of it later. It doesn't all have to be done right that second. Because the formula is not super clumpy, it works really well for building on. So if you want to do simple lashes for work and you want to be a little bit more bold in the evening, you can definitely do that. So that's what I kind of did today. I just did one coat of the fibers. I still can't get over how amazing the mascara is, guys. I love it. So I did have on a little bit of cream shadow. It may be hard to tell. It's Victorious that I wore to work today. So we are just going to go ahead and use that as a base, and we're going to build off Victorious because it's matte and it's nude on my skin tone. Works really well for a base if you've got similar skin tone. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and we are also going to be mixing. We're going to use cream shadow, and we're also going to use mineral pigments. So the first thing we are going to use, this is the shade Dainty in our Splurge Cream Shadow. It's kind of a silvery, purpley, sparkly color. It's very pretty. And we are just going to place this all over our eyelids on both eyes. And again, we're just going to build on top of the cream shadow that we already were wearing. And I'm going to use a cream shadow brush, as always, to apply. You don't need to use a lot of product. If you've never used a cream shadow before, I would just recommend starting off with a smaller amount, and you can always add on later. So we're going to start with just a little bit, and we're going to layer this all over the eyes, and this is going to be kind of our base. If you hop on here with me, please feel free to say hi. So again, this is the shade Dainty in our Splurge Cream Shadow. And we're just going to go all over the eyelid with this. And the cream shadow is amazing because it does not crease. It lasts for a very long time, and it also feels really good going on your skin. So we've got that all over. Can you see? Hey Lauren! Hey Nick! Thank you! So we've got Dainty all over this eyelid. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same on the other side, and this is going to be like a nice sparkly base for the rest of the shadow that we're going to do. Just all over the eyelid. So we've got that to start. And the next thing that we are going to use is one of our mineral pigments, because like I said, we're going to be kind of mixing today. So this is what our mineral pigments look like when they're inside the little jar. And then this is the pigment itself. So it's like a loose powder. This is the shade Corrupted. It's a gorgeous black color. And we are going to be using that on the outer corners. So I'm just going to take this angled shadow brush and we're just going to lightly dip it in there. It's very pigmented. They're pigments. So you want to definitely be careful, and then you can just use the lid to tap any excess if you've got some excess. Because we want to start with these dark colors, you want to start off lightly so you don't go too crazy with them. And we are just going to use the brush to make a little line. And we went pretty light, so it's not very dark with that pigment. But like I said, with black, it's definitely easier if you start off lightly. So we're just kind of going to make a little corner in the crease here. What am I saying? We're going to make like a little angle, and we're going to lead into the crease. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to not make that too dark, but we can definitely add on later if we want to, okay? So just going back in, and we're going to do the same on the other eye. And I know some of you guys have the same struggle that I do, not being able to wear your glasses when you're doing your makeup, and then you can't see what you're doing. I mean, I can see okay, but not that great. It definitely could be better, for sure. And then here's our next struggle, as always, is to try to make sure that our eyes are somewhat even. Alright, so we've got those little angles in the corners of our eyes with the Corrupted. We'll probably come back to that later, maybe darken it up a little bit. The next thing that I want to do is grab a different one of our mineral pigments. This is the shade Glamorous, and it is glamorous, guys. It's like a dark purpley pink. It's basically magenta, which is my favorite color. I'm really about that color. So this is the perfect shade for me. It makes me very happy. So we're again just gonna dip a brush. This is the Deluxe brush. This is a really good little fluffy, kind of your basic shadow brush. And again, just tap off any excess because it's much easier to start with less. And we are going to just kind of dab this in to the center and then towards that black, okay? Pretty color. Hey, Crystal! So we're just doing some fun eyeshadow. We are using mineral pigments right now, and this is the shade, this purpley color that I'm using right now. This is the shade Glamorous. And we are just placing that in the center of our eyes, and then we're going to kind of move it towards the outer corner. And I'm just kind of gently dabbing it. and then we will blend everything together afterwards. I don't know who liked that because it went away too fast, but thank you. All right. And I do kind of want a little bit of that dainty cream shadow to kind of stick through so that it gives us that little highlight on the inner corner. So we're not going all the way across the lid, just focusing more on the center and then moving outwards so it kind of blends over top of that black. All right. I'm just going to push that one aside. Now when you tap it on the lid, you may end up with some excess, and I would just be careful to get that all back into your little, what do you call it? The little tub thing. So I'm grabbing a little fluffy brush. This one is really good for blending. That's why I like to use it. But just any kind of fluffy brush, our deluxe brush would work well as well. And we're just gonna lightly kind of fan out the edges so that they're not so harsh, and blend together. So someone is watching me right now. I'm not sure who it is because it's not telling me. Oh, they're gone. I was gonna ask how your day was going, but that's okay. If you guys watch this later, you can tell me how your day's going because I'm curious and I would like to know. I had a really good day at work today, guys, actually, so that was nice. I enjoy that. I really like my day job and my night job. I like both of my jobs, which is wonderful. That's what you want, right? Okay, so now we have that pretty well blended, but I want to make that black a little bit more exciting. So we are going to go in with this crease brush. No worries, Nick. I know, 2 days. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And I probably shouldn't say anything about this yet, but I'm going to. Andy and I are going to get to go see Hannah in Austin in March, at the beginning of March, and we're super, super excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet her because she's so adorable. Okay, so we are using the crease brush and we went back in to Corrupted. Hey Mallory! We went back into Corrupted. And I don't want, like I said before, we don't want to do too much because it's a very dark color. But we're going to go ahead and go back over the crease and kind of the corner a little bit because I just want that to pop a little bit more. So we're going to kind of do like a little V. And I'm not going all the way over on the crease. We're just kind of going in the middle. What are you up to, Mallory? Anything exciting today? So now we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. What am I saying? On the other eye with that kind of V shape. Just kind of defining that crease a little bit more. Staying out of trouble's good, definitely. Definitely a good idea. Alright, so now that we have our crease and our corners defined a little bit more, I'm going to use the crease brush, pick up just a little bit more corrupted, again not too much, and we're going to do just a little shadow underneath the eye. I find that this helps to bring it together. And again, we're not going all the way over, we're just going about halfway, kind of where your eyeball ends. Not your eyeball, the inner part. You guys know what I'm talking about, hopefully. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. Okay. The iris. Thank you, Nikki. I don't know why I can't think of words sometimes, but I'm sure that doesn't just happen to me, right? Who knows? Okay, last step. This is very easy, guys. I don't know if you've been able to see the whole thing or not, but it's very simple. So this is the last step. This is the shade Sexy. This is one of our mineral pigments again, and this is a gorgeous highlight color, and that's what we're going to use it for. So I'm just going to take, this is just like a little flat shadow brush. Thank goodness it happens to all of us, because if it were just me, that would be embarrassing. It's already embarrassing, actually, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so we are just tapping off the excess of that shade Sexy, and we are going to highlight our brow bone. And you can kind of bring it in towards the corner as well. I don't feel cute sometimes. Sometimes I just feel very, very awkward, but I'm working on it. And that's what matters, right? Maybe? So we are gonna do that shade Sexy again, right on the brow bone of the other eye. And bringing it just slightly in as well. And then we already have a little brightness on the inner corner, but I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of that shade on the inner corner just to brighten it up a little bit more. Hi, LaShonda. All right, guys. So that's it. That is it. So I hope that what we learned from today is not to be afraid of color. Feel free to experiment. Feel free to mix different types of products. You don't have to use all powder, all cream, all liquid, whatever. You can mix and match everything together. You don't have to just do all of one type of thing. You can definitely mix and match, and it's going to change up the textures. It's going to change up the look a little bit, so you're not doing the same thing all the time. But this is our look today. If you weren't here for the whole thing, what we used was Dainty Cream Shadow all over the lid. Then we did a little Corrupted in the corners, Glamorous on the center of our eyelid, and then we did Sexy as the highlight. And those last three colors are all mineral pigments, so they're a loose powder. They're also very affordable, so if our palettes are a little bit too expensive, or maybe you're not ready to try that many different things at once, but you've got a color that you really like and you want a lot of, our mineral pigments work really well for that. So that they are actually, the mineral pigments are the first unique product that I had ever tried. My sponsor, Destiny, who's a good friend of mine, gave me some samples of the mineral pigments, and they were the very first thing that I tried, and then I went ahead and decided to join Younique. So they're very awesome. If you guys are interested in trying out the mineral pigments, they're definitely a good place to start. The next live I have scheduled is for Thursday, very early in the morning, because I am going to be driving up to see my friend Nikki because it's her birthday. So hopefully you guys can join me on that, and it's just going to be like a get ready with me video, and we can chat. So that's going to be it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial, and people usually ask me what color I'm wearing on my lips, so I just want to let you know this is the shade Sentimental. It's kind of a purpley pink color. I really like it a lot, and it is one of our liquid lipsticks, so it is matte, but you can definitely use a gloss over top to make it shiny if you prefer that look. But I'm a big fan of this color matte. I think it just looks really pretty, and I think it works pretty well with this fun look for our eyes. Alright guys, so I'm gonna hop off here, go hang out with my dogs, but I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye!